Hello everybody, my name is Tennille and I'll be running you through a quick hip opening sequence today. So this can be really good for if you have been sitting down too much, maybe a long drive, maybe a long day in the office, or even just as preparation to be able to sit in meditation. When we have open hips, it helps to also create some ease in the back and the legs, so it's really important to practice this from time to time. So let's get started with a hip raising. So starting in a comfortable seated position, and just have the ankles so they're not crossed, and then place the hands behind you, fingers facing towards you, and gently lift the hips high toward the ceiling. Maybe the head tilts slightly back, whatever's comfortable for the neck. And then as you exhale, lower down and switch the cross of the legs so the other foot is in front. Inhale, rise up. Head can tilt back. Exhale, lower down. And then let's move into our Vinyasa, child's pose. So have the knees apart for this one, sitting up nice and tall, and then as you exhale, hinging at the hips, gently crawl all the way forward, allowing your arms to reach nice and far. Let the head rest onto the mat. And maybe even taking a little sway from side to side to really feel into your hips here. And take a deep breath and send that breath all the way down into the hips. Allowing them to release, loosen. Feeling any tight, juicy spots. And then placing the hands underneath you, bring the knees back in together. Tuck the toes and let's push up to our downward facing dog. So hips come up nice and high. And we can walk our dog out for this first one. So gently lifting one heel, lowering the other one. The hips can also take a big sway here, so you can make it as dramatic as you like. Really utilizing the breath to move into the hips, into the legs. On your next exhalation, let's come to stillness. Bring the feet together. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up high toward the ceiling. Bend the knee, and then open the hip toward the floor. So the back foot is reaching toward the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Straighten the leg nice and high with inhalation. And then bring it down to meet its partner as you exhale. Let's swap sides. Inhale, left leg braces up high, bends and opens. Back heel searching for the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale gently. Straighten the leg on the inhalation. And bring it down to meet its partner. This time, raise the right leg up again. Let it hover in by the chest. Place the foot in between the hands. If it doesn't reach, feel free to use your hand to get it there. And then as you inhale, place the left hand down on the ground. Right arm raises up high. Opening through the side. And then as you exhale, place the back knee down to the ground. Lift that back foot up, and you can take hold of the back foot Really feeling the stretch in the front of the hip here. You might also get a nice little twist in the spine and the back. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Release that back leg. Inhale and raise the arms up high for our low lunge. Really feeling the opening in the front of the hip. The arms can come up high, or they can come to heart center as well, whatever is available for you and your shoulders today. Deep breath in. Exhale, push back, place the hands onto the ground, straighten through the front knee. Trying to keep our spine nice and straight as well. Feeling a stretch in the back hamstring, maybe up through the glute as well. You do have a micro bend in your knee here, as much as you need. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend into the front knee, place the hands down on the ground, tuck the back toe, push back for downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, bends, and comes between the hands. Simple twist on the opposite side, left arm raises high toward the ceiling. Exhale, lower the back knee, kick up the back foot and take hold with the left hand. You can allow the front knee to gently release out to the side. And always the invitation to close down the eyes to deepen into the practice. Deepen into your body and where you feel this. Inhale. Exhale, release that back foot. Bring the knee to center, and as you inhale, raise the arms up high. Exhale to settle into the position again, taking whatever option for your arms. They can come to heart center, especially if you have low blood pressure. It's better to keep the arms low. Finding a drishti, a focus point, something that's not moving in front of you to keep hold of your balance. Deep breath in. Exhale, push back, straighten that front knee, hands reach the ground. Breathing into the back of the leg, hamstring, the glute. More deep breath in. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Tuck the back toe, push yourself to downward facing dog again. Looking forward through the hands and tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, bring the hands to the shins, straighten through the spine, nice long neck. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale and gently roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time. Head to come up last, rolling out through the shoulders. Sweep the arms up high overhead, and taking hold of your hands and release the pointer fingers. And then as you exhale, lean toward the right side in a nice straight line. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Open up the feet. So they're just at the outside edges of your mat, toes turned slightly outward for our yogi squat. Gently lower down between the knees, elbows to come into between the knees. You can sway from side to side here to really open up through the hips. And then place the hands down onto the ground. Step the left foot back. So hands are on the inside of the right foot. And then lower the left knee down to the ground as well for our lizard pose. So you can stay here if it's comfortable for you. If you'd like to go deeper, you can release down onto the elbows. You can allow that knee to splay out toward the side gently. And just play with that. So the more the knee comes in, you'll feel a shift into different parts of the hip. The more the knee goes out, see where you feel it there. And breathing into the hip opening. Deep breath in. Nice even breath out. Pushing yourself back up to center on the inhale breath. And then we are moving into our king pigeon pose. So you can shuffle the foot across. So the left wrist is touching the right ankle. If this is too intense, you can come to a gentler variation called reclining pigeon. So we just do that by rolling onto our back, and then same leg that was in front, placing it on top of the knee, and then take hold of underneath taking hold of the thigh or of the shin, whatever's comfortable for you. But again, if you are working with the full expression, making sure that back leg is nice and straight. The further forward that your shin is with the front of the mat, the more intense it will be. So you can bring it further in to lessen the intensity. And then coming down to your degree, you can use the hands to support the head here. Maybe they're flat, maybe fists are stacked, or maybe the forehead touches the ground completely. Rest and relax here. Really consciously release through the hip, through the belly. This can be a really intense hip opener. We hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So it's not unusual for us to feel some really intense emotions when we're in this position. It's a beautiful opportunity to breathe through anything coming up, really consciously allow it to release with the exhale breath, let it go. We're here for just 3 more breaths. Can you get a little deeper with every exhalation? What can you let go of? Deep breath in. Let it all go, exhale. And on your next inhalation, walking the hands underneath you, tuck the back toe, push yourself to downward facing dog. And walk out the feet here, feel the difference in the hips. And then this time coming to stillness and then lifting the left leg high. Bring it into the chest, and then plant it to the outside of the hand. So 2 hands on the inside, left foot on the outside. Gently lowering the knee down to the ground for our lizard pose. So option to stay. If you want to deepen, coming down to the elbows, allowing that leg to splay out. And maybe bringing it closer in. Really play here. See what feels good in your hips. Breathe. One more deep breath in. Even breath out. Up into your hands on your inhalation. Moving into our king pigeon pose. So if you did the full expression on the other leg, do the same here. If you did the reclining pigeon, feel free to move into that one now. So again, remember with your shin, the further it is away from you, the harder and deeper it will be, the closer, the more gentle. So play with your options here. Inhale to really lift the chest, and then exhale to fold forward to your degree, using whatever support you feel you need for the head and neck. Relaxing, releasing through the head, the neck, the jaw, the muscles of the face. Relaxing and releasing through the hips. Are you holding in the stomach? What can you let go of? If any thoughts arise, just letting them gently pass. Clouds in the sky and coming back to your breath, coming back to your body. What do you feel? Using the exhale to let go, to deepen, to soften. Conscious breaths here. And get a little deeper. And pushing yourself back up on your next inhalation, no rush. And then when you're ready, let's swing that back leg to meet the front. Our butterfly pose. So soles of the feet are touching here. You can interlace the fingers and bring them underneath the feet, and then push the elbows into the calves. Calves into the elbows, create some resistance here. Inhale. And then when you exhale, let the legs release and push the elbows down into the calves. You'll notice you can get a little bit deeper on the stretch. You can keep doing that as many times as you feel you need. And maybe staying in stillness, maybe a little rock, or even do some little butterfly flutters as well. Feel what is good for you. Breathe into the hips. One more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up to center. Let's move into our wide straddle forward fold. So take the legs out to whatever is comfortable for you. So they may be closer together or further apart. And then just pulling the flesh away from the buttocks so we're sitting high on our sit bones. Rolling the shoulders down and back. And then as you exhale, hinging at the hips, gently start to walk your hands forward to your degree. So you may even be up high and placing the hands behind you. This may be enough for you, and that's perfect. But if you do feel that you can go a little deeper, you can gently walk the hands forward. Maybe you stop here. Maybe the elbows come to the ground. Maybe the chest comes to the ground. Just to your degree, whatever's comfortable for you. This can also be very intense in the inside seams of the legs. Be sure to dorsiflex the feet so the toes are reaching toward the knees to help protect the knees. There's also a micro bend in the knees here. Breathing into that opening, maybe closing down the eyes. Using the breath to soften. You fold a little further with your exhalation. Two more deep, conscious breaths here. And your next inhalation, gently walking the hands back up to center. Sitting back slightly, you can scoot underneath the knees to help you bring your legs in together. And then gently rolling down onto the back for our happy baby. So bringing the knees toward the armpits, and you can take hold of the outside edges of the feet or even peace fingers around the big toes. And then knees relax toward the floor or toward the armpits. You can take a gentle rock from side to side. Happy baby, emphasis on the happy, do whatever you need to make this feel juicy, nice, enjoyable, blissful. Breathe into the opening. Maybe even straightening one leg and bending the other. Straightening both legs at once. Just play here. Maybe stillness feels good for you. One more deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then place the feet back on the floor. The next exhalation. Lift the hips up and shift them toward the right side. Elongate the left leg. And then bring the right knee across the body. A simple twist. You can open that back arm out into a T behind you and looking across that back shoulder if it's comfortable for the neck, or looking high toward the ceiling. Feeling a gentle twist in the spine. Massaging of the internal organs and digestive system. Two more breaths here. Can you twist a little deeper on the exhalation? And coming back to center on your inhalation, 2 feet plant down, lift the hips, shift them toward the opposite side, the left side. Elongate the right leg, bend knee comes across the body. You can use your hand to swing it across. And then arm comes out in a nice big T, looking over that arm or up toward the ceiling. Stretch, opening and twisting, breathing into those spaces. Really releasing any of the muscles in the face and the jaw, in the neck. Final pose before our resting pose. Really let everything go here. A deep breath. Inhale, coming back to center. This time, let the legs come long out. Palms facing up high toward the ceiling, arms slightly out from the body. Consciously allow the feet to release, lower down the eyes, releasing through the calves, thighs and hips. Let them be held by the earth. Feel the back, mid-body, upper body and arms, relax, release, let go. Let the neck, head, face relax and enjoy a few moments of stillness. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana if you're enjoying. Otherwise, feel free to start wiggling your fingers and your toes, deepening through your breath. Maybe reaching the arms up high overhead, giving yourself a big morning stretch, and then hugging the knees in tight toward the body. Give yourself a hug, send yourself some love showing up on the mat today. And then when you're ready, gently rolling off to one side and pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position with the eyes closed or downcast. Taking a moment of stillness here. Giving gratitude for the practice of yoga. Gratitude to yourself. Hands to heart center. We bow in gratitude. Namaste.